What is going on, everybody, man? It's been a month, dog. A month since that legendary episode 37 with the Diavolo and Golden Experience Requiem greatness from my boy Giorno. What happens when the piano plays? People take L's, dog. It doesn't matter who it is. So, man, I hope everybody's doing good. And I hope you've had a wonderful month, man. I can't believe that we're about to sit here and experience the finale, a double finale, to Golden Wind, man, to Ventorero. I just want to say this before we get into it, so that I can gather my thoughts now, and then, of course, talk about it after the final episode finishes. But even without watching these two episodes, I can safely say this is probably my favorite animated part. And this is coming from somebody that before the animated version of this part came out, I had part 5 towards the lower half of my list. And I think the main reason for that is because part 5 is one of the only parts that I only read through once, back whenever I first went through the series. And so the animated version has truly made me appreciate so much about this part that I was not able to appreciate in the manga form. So I have to thank David Productions for that, for truly showing me the genius of this part, because this part has always had some of my favorite characters in all of JoJo. But what the anime has shown me is the situations, the arcs, the fights, the tension, the certain moments that are just so incredible that either I completely forgot about or I just didn't feel that same effect for whenever I first read it through, whenever I first read through it in the manga. So I'm so happy that David Pro has done a marvelous job with this part, and it just makes me really excited because my two favorite parts in JoJo are two of the ones that haven't been done yet. So I'm really excited for the future of the series with the anime. I don't think there's a Jolyne teaser at the end, only because if there had been, I feel like a lot of people would have been messaging me non-stop to react to the episode. But if there is, then yo, shout out to y'all for keeping it down low, for keeping it low-key, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's get right into this. The finale of JoJo, man. Part 5. Ventorero. This sucks, bro, because I've been enjoying this so much. It has been by far one of the coolest and most incredible experiences that I've had with the JoJo series on a weekly basis when it comes to the anime. And I'm going to miss it, man. I'm going to miss it a lot, but here we go. Episode 38. And 39. Let's starting off with 38 in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My boy Narancia, bro. And is that a Bakio 2 on the left? And then Fugo doesn't exist. This man doesn't exist. Feels great hearing Narancia again. Uh-oh, we're continuing the mood of Legend? There we go! Bro, look at how beastly he looks! You will never arrive at the flipping truth, dog. Comes right back at him. But now he's like, nah, who are you coming at? Do you know who I am? Murder! Look at that pose! No, man. Golden Experience Requiem is something that you never forget. Seriously, it's just one of those abilities. From the first time you see Gur, and no matter how many times you see Gur, it always just leaves me in awe. Even whenever I use the form in video games. Like when I use it in, what was the PS3 one? All-Star Battle. And then in Eyes of Heaven. I'll use Golden Experience Requiem and I'll be in awe every single time. At just how OP and hacked that ability is. And how Araki, who usually keeps his stuff, even though he introduces OP abilities, he gives it rules to where it doesn't feel so OP. Golden Experience Requiem, you can put the amount of rules that you want on it as you want. That thing just looks OP. It sounds OP. It is OP. And this is my favorite part of the opening right here. Requiem. Whoa, whoa. Dude, look at this, yo. He just looks so majestic, bro. Look at him, the hair flowing. No! They did it! They did it! The Requiem opening! It's over. David Pro, you win. David Pro, you win. David Pro, you win. Dude, look at you! Best opening. Bro! Staker, if you're watching this, we called it, man. We were at an Xbox Live party months ago, and I said, yo, they're gonna have a version for King Crimson and Requiem. We called it. They had a Requiem version. Oh, I want to go back and rewatch that so bad. Okay, cool. Just pretty quick. Grr. What I love so much about JoJo is the situational awareness that all these characters have, man, especially the villains. They will use any means necessary. There is no pride. Pride does not come before survival. For some of them. For some of them. The multiple versions and some Ayanami Ray stuff. My man's escaping to a sewer, bro. Like he's playing Final Fantasy. It's just, he's prone, crawling forward slowly but surely with laughing like he's losing his mind. I'm gonna let you snatch my precious coat. Having been done in by the same people in which your organization thrived. With those very same dealings, the very same assassins, the very same drugs that you would facilitate and send over here and over here is what caused your own death. Iraqi greatness, man. Iraqi greatness. Diaboloca. Grr, man. Flipping grr. 48 to 54 hours since his death. Look at this. Can't hear you, dog. Then of all things, those, man. Things that without anesthesia would hurt so much, dog. Look at that. First goes for the knife. I don't care how big of a villain you are, dog. I don't care how many superpowers you have, dog. That's gonna hurt. Can you imagine going through that, man? And you see your body being ripped apart. Look at this. Golden Experience Requiem. Yo, man, this ability, dude. It's amazing to me. Another L. He now knows. A man's stuck in Gur for the rest of eternity. For the rest of eternity, dog. Do you know what it is to be in that, man? He'll never even arrive at the truth behind his own death. Look at this. Eternally. Eternally, bro. His end is that there is no end. That is Golden Experience Requiem's ability, dude. For all of eternity, dog. A lot of people died, man. I shouldn't say a lot, but because we were close to our hearts. Died, but the mission was accomplished, man. Let's heal, butcher out these wounds, and head home. Y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all don't even know, dog. No, we still see him up there in the heavens. Still one of my all-time favorite characters, man. Fate is a sleeping slave, and we've set that slave free. Look at that shot. Flipping Flagnards. Golden Experience Requiem. That's just classic Narancia right there. Not even if a culinary expert told me it was goat. Yo, Mr. be one hell of a teacher, man. Let that man teach. And the great thing about it is that Narancia is believing him, yo. That's just... I miss Narancia, man. It's only been a couple episodes. Bruno, bro. The flipping goat. That's the way Narancia is. Narancia speaks before thinking. Bruno's my president, man. Letting the people know you gotta pay taxes on time, dog. Letting him know straight up what he's about to get into before he gets into it. They all trust me greatly, and I also trust them. Let them hear it, man. Root Dungeon holding a strange Roscoe's reanimated and plunged into the courtyard. Bro, look at Bruno's eyes when he saw all the money, dog. certainly what he's implying. It's just how big their information circuit is. But he doesn't believe it to be so. That's what you would think as a parent, man. But sometimes you truly don't know what's going on in your child's head, bro. For the rightful punishment. Bro, look at how peace Bruno looks right there. That's why I love Bruno, and I love Golden Wind so much, man. Look at him. But so many people would have just taken the money and say, yo, we'll take him out. We'll pwn him. But Bruno said, let me look into it first, dog. And let me go talk to the guy first. Apakio's stressing that rock. Four or 5 years, man. See, but at the very least, you ain't gonna kill him. Look at the rock, bro. It's still following him. Can you imagine? Do you know how scary that is? How menacing that must feel? That you have this rock, this boulder, that is just following you around, and you have no idea why? It's a horrifying feeling, man. Man's asking for specifics. That's what he said. Look at it. Do you know how creepy that has to be, bro? To continue to see that rock everywhere that you go? That's terrifying. That's one of those things that'll make you start losing your mind. Seriously. And then anything that you see that has like a circular type of shape, that spherical shape, is going to make you go insane. It's like that have you guys ever read the manga Uzumaki? It's like that type of effect, like seeing the spirals. It'll make you go crazy. You know how this series just will have your heart beating at like the speed of light for no reason. Look at this. It's that damn rock. Bro, do you know how terrifying that is? Seriously, man. This man Rocky needs to write a horror film one day, dog, with how he builds tension. Look at that. Look at it. It shows Bruno. It's been so long since I watched it. I literally don't remember anything that happened except for the final panel of the series. Like, so this is great. I'm gonna put on episode 39 here in a sec. Just let me restart. All right, here we go. Episode 39 in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's episode 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Finale of... Yo, I hope we get the Requiem version in this part. No, we're probably gonna get the SFX version, right? But we got that in episode 37. So we're gonna get the SFX version of the Requiem version? We have to get the SFX. No SFX? Okay. I guess they only did it for episode 37. Sleeping slaves, man. Requiem. Alright, let me see. Okay. Come on. This is so good. Look at him, bro. He looks like Dio, dog, with the... Yeah. There's the SFX. There it is. There's the SFX. Golden wind. Look at how beastie. Dude, if I could get that without the credits on the bottom, that's an instant wallpaper, man. Instant wallpaper. Yo, my guy was frozen like Dio, like his pops. That's GOAT, man. That's GOAT. Answer the question, dog! I'll be the one asking questions here. Let him know, mister. He's like, no, next question. I ain't answered no questions, buddy. This is a holdup, my guy. Answer the question. That's gotta be even more horrifying, man. Having an ability that you can't control. My man said, yo, what did I tell you? No questions. It's gone. How many thoughts when I take hold of a marble slab? Every block of stone already has a statue inside it, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it. Interesting. That's how he's going to eventually die. We're all slaves to fate. That's the meaning behind my ability. Rolling Stones, not Prophecy Stones, freaking Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones. Prophecy Stones. Yeah, that's a pretty good translation. Rolling Stones. This is how you use destiny. Still nothing. Some disease in one of his internal organs. Flipping Flagnards, man. I can definitely understand Mista's feeling there. Number 5 always gets it hard, man. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna shoot you, but by God, I'm gonna melee you with this dang thing. Pressing B. It's a great shot right there. exactly. JoJo is incredible in building tension, man. Sometimes you'll be like, what in the flying flag nords is going on? And like, I'm saying this, guys, like I said, as somebody who's read this. Of course, it's been a long time, so I've forgotten a lot of it, but still. Fact remains, the tension's there, dog. I forget to breathe sometimes while watching JoJo. What you call an immersive story, man? Forgot to breathe. There it is. With The Rock. And it's not Dwayne Johnson either, dog. I wish I could have accuracy like that whenever I play Call of Duty, man. I swear, dog, you'll be shooting at somebody, and either they never die or the bullets don't register. Like, give me Mista's ability, dog. I swear, that's how I be feeling. Look at that. That's horrifying, man. The gay fingers! What is it with JoJo and stairs? It's always the stairs. It's always the stairs. Either going up the stairs is bad or going down the stairs is bad, but there's always something with stairs. Right above him. Gotta love how Bruno's able to immediately just say, I can teleport out of here. Sticky fingers! Bruh. I don't know how Rocky's able to do it, man. My goodness. Be sweating. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Shout out to the car for breaking my man's fall. That's interesting. chain of coincidences. Here's a Fugo crawling out of the car in the back. Gonna miss part 5, man. These characters. Can't wait to experience it with the dub, though, whenever that comes out. Bruno Bucciarati, man. And there they are. Bruno, Bacchio, and Arancia. We cannot change what has already taken shape. I don't know who they are, but now they're going to face a difficult path. This is a beautiful soundtrack, man. That's what I'm saying, man. All for his friend, bro. You're damn right it does. Flipping flag nards, man. The flipping rock, bro. I love how Rocky trolls you, man. A ghost turtle, man. Polnareff is so boss, his soul can linger around the world instead of a turtle. Can't say that about everybody, man. Makes the break in to do that to people, dog. Hey, it had been a while since he was over there, you know what I'm saying? Of course, man, you were inside of the body. Look at me saying, like, yeah, you know, well, you know. Those who carry on the will of those who have passed must keep moving forward. I won't destroy this arrow. Jojo, man. Yeah, man. The after credits is gonna be godly, bro. With it's gonna it has to show the final panel of the series. Either that, bro. Hey, man, I better see some Jolene. But there's only 2 minutes left, so it has to be the scene with Giorno. In the future, the power. I'll never forget the first time that I watched this ending, man, and I was like, bro, these dudes, man, David Productions, like, yo, they're insane. They are absolutely insane. It would have been incredible if they would have used a Rolling Stones song for this, but Modern Crusaders works too. Part 5, man. I stand by what I said at the beginning, yo. Favorite animated part, man. Just the way they handled it. It was such an amazing experience week in and week out. With all the wonderful episodes and situations, moments, hilarious moments. You know, part 3 and part 4 hit home really, really hard. Part 3 especially, because that was the part that I first watched when I caught up to JoJo. I started reading the manga. Part 3 will always have a special place in my heart for that. Man, here we go. Man, yo, look at it. That's why I was like, bro, these guys are insane for having this at the beginning of the episode. Kissing his hand. The boss, bro. The final panel of part 5. Look at me! He looks so cool. Polnareff. Look at you, dude. Looking fresh in the whole black. The final panel, man. Please. Part 5. Fiend. Flag darts. I was hoping. I was like, and I was hoping for like at least like a 2-second teaser of Jolene inside the cell. That's all I was asking for. But the teaser that we got at the end of part 2 was, I believe, from the Blu-ray files for Jotaro. So hopefully in the Blu-rays for part 5, we'll see a teaser, man. You know what I'm saying, Jolene. But dude, they did a fantastic job. Not just for these 2 episodes, of course. They really handled the Golden Experience Requiem, because I remember that part clearly from the from the manga, and they did a phenomenal job. For the Sleeping Slave stuff, so I had barely remembered any of that, aside from the rock being a stand, and then of course the overall theme of it. But aside from that, I didn't really remember much of it. The main thing that I remember from this finale, this like final couple chapters or so, was the final panel. And they did that justice. That was awesome. It's just so incredible to me that they put that in the opening. They gotta love anime these days, man. Putting massive spoilers in the opening, and you won't know they're spoilers until you actually go through it. But man, part 5, a wonderful experience. Like I said before, you know, Part 3 and Part 4, I love so much in the anime. I mean, I love all the other 4 parts in the anime too, without question. But with Part 5, and it's so hard for me because, like I said, I really, really like, especially Part 4 in the anime. Part 3, I love it too, but Part 3, like, I love just as much in the manga as I do the anime. For Part 4, I can safely say I like the anime more than the manga, and I can say the same thing for Part 5. I like the anime a lot more than I did the manga. Then again, that was back whenever the Part 5 manga didn't have very good scans, but still, just the way they knocked out the anime with, they knocked the anime out of the ballpark, man, with phenomenal OSTs, great choices for the voice actors, the visual direction, the sound direction, the way that everything felt more intense. And I'm just sitting here trying to think back to if Part 5 was really this intense and had this much tension back whenever on like certain moments back whenever I read in the manga, but I just can't remember because that was back in like 2013. So it's like flipping mother flag nerds, man. And so, just the way the anime handled it, I'm so glad that I held off and I never reread that part because it felt like a brand new experience, but so familiar. You know, it's like whenever one of your favorite games gets remastered and you haven't played it since that time. And so you watch it in this wonderful, brand new graphics and whatnot. And because you haven't played it in so long, you remember all the characters, and you get back into the scenarios, and you're like, yo, this is why I love this so much. And you get immersed back into the story. That's why I felt with Part 5, man. And like I said, when I did my initial JoJo part rankings list, for a long time, I always had Part 5 at, like, number 5 in the list, around, like, number 5, number 6 in my favorite parts list. Right now, it's sitting at number 3. You know what I'm saying? Right under 6 and number 2, and 7 as my number 1. And I, with the way, well, I'm not gonna talk about JoJolion because I don't want to spoil anybody, but the way that's going, that's probably gonna end up being in my top 3 too. But it's hard, man, because I love all the JoJo parts for different reasons. But when I think back to Part 5, and I really thought about it, it really started hitting home whenever my cousin started catching up to JoJo. When I started catching up to JoJo, the 2 things that I was looking forward to him seeing the most, in the anime at least, was Dio's world. And whenever he got to Part 5, because that's just how proud I was of Part 5. Like, I want people to get into JoJo so that one day they can witness the greatness and the amazing adrenaline rush that is Part 5. That's how well David Productions did with this part. And I always feel that's a testament to how good a certain thing is, especially in its animated form. For those of us that watch reactions, we know that a lot of our favorite moments, we like seeing people react to those favorite moments. And for me, those moments are always the ones that I like look out for and will watch reactions to, right? But with Part 5 as a whole, I feel like it's reaction worthy. Part 5 as a whole is something that you could sit down, and it's just so incredible. No matter what the situation, no matter what the scenario. It's so good in the way that it's handled. You know, I could think back to the first time that I really fell in love with Part 5, like 100% saying yo, because every single JoJo part has like that yo episode where it's like, okay, this is going ham. Every single part is that. And Part 5's to me was episode, I believe it was 9 and 10 with the Narancia battle going on there. From that episode onwards, I was like, yo, Part 5 is it. And we just continued to go through there, and it continued to get better and better and better and better. And yo, when we hit that King Crimson and Bruno stuff, I was like, yo, Part 5 is the goat. Part 5 is going in there like swimwear, man. Truly phenomenal. It just continued to get better and better and better from then on out. And it's been, what an incredible experience it's been, man. And like I said, it is the power and what I look forward to whenever something that I already like gets an anime adaptation. I want to like it even more. I want it to truly be brought to life, but also be brought to life in their own flavor, because David Pro added their own flavor. They added flashbacks that weren't in the manga, scenes that weren't in the manga that enhanced the overall experience for a lot of different scenes. And so, this is what I want from an anime of a manga that I already love. For me to say that I like the animated version, and I believe that the anime made me love what I already enjoyed even more. So much so that, you know, I'll have to think about it and really sit down and leave it digesting, but for the past month, part 5 has been my third favorite part, and it stayed there. You know, sometimes I'll really think about it and I'll be like, man, I really like this part or that part, and it's fighting for it, but, you know, 7 and 6 have been my 1 and 2 for so long that part 5 was threatening 6. I was like, yo, do I really like 6 as much as I do? And like, when I tell y'all that, man, I mean it. I mean it. And for me, part 5's two biggest strengths, or three biggest strengths. Number 3 being its setting. I think its setting is very fascinating, and the fact that it's an adventure in this setting in a similar way to how part 3's is. The one thing holding back part 3 in the adventure type of setting of it is that I don't find the portions of Egypt where they were traveling to very interesting as a setting. What I love so much about part 3 is how the characters made each part interesting. What makes part 5 for me, along with the incredible setting, is how amazing how the characters make it even more fascinating and interesting than it already is with the incredible setting. Then you put in the characters, you give them an interesting situation. Voila, it's a banger. It's a banger, and there's so many memorable battles, so many memorable situations, that part 5 just really sticks out as one of Araki's best, man. And I truly mean that. And in this part is Bruno flipping Bucciarati, man. One of my favorite JoJo characters in the entire series. Most certainly top 5. Most certainly top 5. I'll always love Bruno, and he's truly a real dude, man. The realest in the game. But the rest of the squad is awesome too. You know, Narancia's a go to me. I love Narancia more than I did whenever I read the manga. The anime almost made him my favorite character in part 5, but I was like, nah, bro, Bruno's legendary. Giorno, man. I've always been a fan of Giorno, but the anime with the piano, bro, the din 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 din, legendary. The anime even made me like Abakio more than I did in the manga, and same thing with Fugo to a certain extent. And then of course Mista, man. With the pistols. I don't know how Mista's still alive, bro. My boy went through it all. And then Trish, I liked her just as much as I did in the manga, and then of course all of the villains that they faced and all of their different situations. It was just such a fun experience, and one that I'll never forget. And I'm truly thankful to all of you for being along with me. And even though I didn't react to basically any of the episodes, I just did videos that I felt like doing for certain episodes, but I almost always tried to be here for JoJo. And if I wasn't here present on YouTube, I always try to talk about it on Twitter, because it's a series, of course, that means a lot to me. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is without question one of my favorite series of all time, and it has so many different incredible stories that make it so. And Araki, to me, is a genius and one of the greatest situational writers, probably the greatest situational writer that I've ever seen. And what I mean by that is, there's a lot of great writers that have an incredible, like, over the course of time, they're writing this incredible story. Like, I feel that way about Sorachi and Oda, where Sorachi and Oda create this incredible story, and they're giving you bits and pieces, but they're still giving you stuff to look forward to later on down the line. And so while you're in the current situation, you're enjoying what's currently happening, but you're also looking forward towards the future. When it comes to Yoshihiro Togashi, when it comes to Araki, and Urasawa, which I feel like those are the three that do this very, very well. When you're in the moment and you're in what you're reading or what you're watching, it is like nothing else on the planet matters. Nothing else on the planet matters. You are sucked in and immersed for 23 minutes. Because they're just so good at making the situation at hand so intense, where you're just like, oh, he outsmarted him here. No, he outsmarted him here. Oh, Flagnards, he got him here. And you just can't stop turning the pages or doing whatever the case may be. And part 5 does that so well, man. But enough rambling for me, man. Part 5, absolutely awesome sauce. I enjoyed it so much, and I look forward, like I said, to re-experiencing the series when it comes out, either on Adult Swim first or whenever the Blu-rays come out in English. Man, I'm definitely looking forward to rewatching the entire series and hopefully owning it on Blu-ray whenever they end up bringing it over here. But until Part 6 comes out, man, this has been it for the JoJo anime here. I'm gonna miss it. For sure. I know David Pro's working on Fire Force. That's going to be around like 48 episodes, I believe, or 52, something like that. So we're about a year. I'm going to assume we're going to be a year without JoJo. But I hope sometime in 2020 we'll get an announcement. And we get to see Jolyne in the cell. And we finally get Stone Ocean in the anime, man. And y'all know how much I love me some Stone Ocean, dog. So I can't wait for that day. But until that happens, Vento Harrero was absolutely incredible. Golden Wind was truly a golden experience. I look forward to seeing all of y'all, man, in the comments section. Hope everybody has an awesome sauce of a day. Take care. What did y'all feel about this adaptation? Did you end up enjoying Part 5 as much as you did when you initially read it, or even more so, like I did? You know, let me know your overall thoughts as we finish Part 5 and are thankful to David Productions for creating this marvelous anime for us to enjoy, man. What an amazing part, man. I love how it finishes off, giving us this side story of sleeping slaves, this epilogue, to be able to truly bring everything full circle and also allow us to appreciate the journey that we've been on with the characters that we were with, both the ones that survived and the ones that didn't. A marvelous, marvelous finale, man. And then Golden Experience Requiem, bro. Amazing. But y'all, I hope everybody has an awesome sauce of a day. Take care. JoJo awesome sauce. Y'all take care, man.